Apparently, Chicago can't even light up its Christmas trees and its Christmas stuff without being shot at. At least the people can't.
Christmas spirit, the Thanksgiving spirit, I'll tell you what city is not, and that would be Chicago. What should have been a peaceful tree lighting ceremony turned deadly in Chicago. President Trump says that Chicagoans are actually chanting for him to come back, bring in Trump, after a 14-year-old boy was tragically killed and 8 other teenagers were shot.
Holy God, I did not realize. Jesus.
Plus, multiple police officers were attacked in a violent 300-person riot days after a career felon was accused of setting a woman on fire on a Chicago train.
But it's an isolated event, though, right? It's an isolated event. It has nothing to do with the buildup over time of releasing all these criminals. But, like, this is kids, though. It's weird that kids are acting this way. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you don't have harsh penalties for kids doing this.
It's just an isolated incident. You guys, this is crazy what's happening there.
Yeah, it really is. And I think it's kind of remarkable to think about a Republican president who is weighing in on this. Usually you have Republicans who do not care about things that happen in places like Chicago ever. And you have a president in
How's it going, legendary 3D gamer? Can I request if not? Yeah, you can. You can put in a request. Just drop it in Discord. I'll react to it probably after this or the next. Yeah, probably after this, honestly.
President Trump, who cares deeply about what is happening in a deeply Democrat city like Chicago, and as usual, brings his completely fresh perspective of what I think is a normal person's perspective, which is
remember what the playlist?
A tree lighting ceremony. 8 teenagers shot, 1 killed. This is totally unacceptable.
Apparently, one of the teenagers is being held in critical condition at the moment.
In the leading country of the free world. You cannot live in a country like this. This is completely unacceptable. And obviously, a lot of people are uncomfortable.
Bro, it's a state in the country. And we shouldn't allow states like this to have this much pushback on somebody that, on the president. Like, this is treason.
With the idea of sending in the National Guard to American cities.
Even Chicago's own citizens are pleading for intervention. This is terrible.
But if the alternative is this, well, that's why a lot of people say, okay, well, let's give it a shot.
Well, we've had Chicago moms on this show who have lost children to violence in Chicago who've said, yeah, please do come. So, yeah, the mayor's saying, we don't want Trump, but what do the citizens want after this? And by the way, Griff, you have a tree lighting ceremony like this. This is how you kill community. Who's going to come out next year?
Well, and there's a little bit, Rachel, of denial, too, on the behalf of Mayor Brandon Johnson, who has opposed the Trump administration's offer of federal assistance at every turn. And just on Thursday, literally the day before this horrific Christmas violence happened,
bro, they're going to be stuck with this guy until February 3rd. February 23rd of 2027. That's how long they're going to be stuck with this man.
Diminishing these acts of violence, saying they're isolated. Listen here.
This is an isolated incident. I mean, I don't see this as some sort of trend. And again, you know.
Bro, your city's on fire. You've got people getting lit on fire in your subway station. You got kids going out and killing people. What the fuck is wrong with this human being, man? Oh, and you know what really sucks about this? I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to. I'm fairly certain the mayor uses his skin color to, and I know that this may sound bad, but if you just listen to what I've got to say, it'll make sense. He's using his skin color as a way to advance what he's doing, like keeping people out of prison and stuff like that. The issue is not that he's doing that, but the fact that he's just a bad mayor. And because he's doing it, and he's gone on record saying this because of his skin color, he is making more people radicalized against this whole racial issue that isn't even an issue. And that's the problem. At the end of the day, if you commit crime, you should go to jail. Period. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what world you're from. I don't care what your political view is, your ideology, how much money you have. If you fucking kill somebody, go to jail forever. You killed somebody. You don't need to be back in the general population. You had your chance and then you killed somebody. How is this even rocket science? Like, it just, and then like, the thing is like, when you've got a mayor that's doing this, and this is why it's so bad. You've got a mayor that's doing this because he claims it's his skin color, right? You're going to alienate more people because of that. You're going to make more people become racist because of that. He is using something as a weapon, and it's going to end up being the thing that kills him. And I'm not threatening anybody, I'm just stating a fact, is that if you keep using your skin color as a weapon, it's going to backfire. And it's kind of like if you have a girlfriend, and she keeps saying that you're an abusive piece of shit that hits her all the time and you've never touched her, and then one day you just kind of say fuck it and you beat the shit out of her. It's kind of like that. Simple terms, right?
That has to happen in this moment. You know, I trust that the federal level will do its part.
You know, yesterday we had we covered a lot of
Night ring
with President Trump in the Oval Office, and the president giving him a lot of grace. Yeah. But you get incompetent people in who don't take crime seriously. I mean, look at this mayor. I mean, Brandon Johnson is a disaster.
And we'll see whether Mamdani is actually serious about caring about crime, because if you've spent your career talking about wanting to defund the police, that's not a very, that's obviously...
That's a terrible idea. Why the hell would you want to defund the police? Like, that's what rich people say because they don't want all their tax-paying money to go to that. That's where that comes from. When you live in a gated community with a bunch of houses that are 3 and 4 stories... I'm sure you would want to defund the police because it takes away from your ability to buy a new fucking shiny new trinket for your fucking house, right? We wouldn't want that. But the people that live in the city that have to deal with the robberies that's shutting down stores and the violent criminals that are effectively hitting the streets like crazy, they're the ones who are going to feel it. And that's why he's got so much backlash right now.
Not a serious person when it comes to addressing crime.
Like I said before, anything that you try to use as a weapon when it comes to anything that's political will inevitably backfire on you. Look at Trump and Epstein. Look at the Chicago mayor and this shit. Look at Hassan Piker. Perfect example.
But if he wants to partner with Trump on something like that to work on the problem of violence in the city, then that's great.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox.
I'm so sorry. Who the hell thought it was a good idea to put this guy on air? I'm sorry. His last name is awful.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe.
Then that's great.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart.
Brian, I don't want to do that. You're a nice guy, Brian.